A family in northern Indiana tonight has their own little Christmas miracle on their street. A 4-week-old infant facing a health emergency was saved by a sheriff's officer. Fox 32's Larry Yellen has that story from Valparaiso.
I just heard her gasp. She just took a short gasp for air.
Shortly after midnight on Saturday, Shalonda Earl heard her grandchild China gasping for air. China was a preemie. She had arrived 8.5 weeks early, and this was just the baby's second night at home. Shalonda had run a daycare center for 14 years, so she knew how to give CPR, while the baby's mother called 911.
I began to give her small, short breaths, and I started the compressions. And I'll say maybe about 2 or 3 minutes, she was revived.
Shalonda then decided to head for the hospital, but when she arrived at this intersection, she crossed paths with Sheriff Sergeant Jeremy Chavez, who was rushing to her home.
The sheriff, thank God for the sheriff, he was headed past me, and I jumped out and flagged him down.
I saw the baby in the car seat, and her eyes were kind of rolled back in her head, and she was not, unresponsive. So at that point, I grabbed the baby out. I immediately began doing chest compressions. I could see that she had some type of white foam or some type of liquid around her mouth, and I just continued to do chest compressions. Eventually, she did come to.
Sergeant Chavez says it was the first time he'd given CPR to an infant, but he knew the compressions involved using just 2 fingers to avoid breaking the baby's fragile bones.
I just distinctly remember as I was doing it, I just kept thinking, this baby can't die, not here, not now, not 4 days before Christmas in front of her mom. And like I said, I just said a little prayer and I just kept doing the compressions, and finally she came to.
After 3 minutes of CPR, paramedics arrived. Baby China is still in a hospital in South Bend. She should be okay. And Grandma has a message for Sergeant Chavez.
He actually gave us an early Merry Christmas and helped to save my granddaughter's life. We're appreciative. God bless him.
Larry Yellen, Fox 32 News.
Baby China, a miracle on that street. Sergeant Chavez has been with the Sheriff's Department for about 14 years, and he said that he does not consider himself a hero. Jeff?